So you're on the phone with a potential client. You nailed the pitch. They're excited about working with you. And then you hear those dreaded words. You're too expensive. What do you say in response? If you're a coach who's ever wondered how to handle this, keep watching, because you're about to find out. So when a potential coaching client tells you you're too expensive, there are 6 powerful tools that you can use to help navigate those conversations more skillfully and hopefully to get somebody to a place where maybe they see things differently. But I wanna share with you these 6 tools in this video today so that when you are having that conversation, that you have some tools in your tool belt that you can pull on to be able to handle that objection and move through it a little bit more gracefully. The first tool is the question, what do you mean? One of the most powerful things you can do when someone gives you an objection on a sales call is rather than just hopping in with the rebuttal, which is what most people do. Someone tells you it's too expensive and you go, well, it's actually not that expensive because of X, Y, Z, and you're trying to kind of challenge their idea and overcome that belief. That generally doesn't work very well because it puts you in this adversarial relationship with the person that you're talking to. You're kind of battling it out, trying to change their mind, and generally people tend to resist when they're feeling like, you're kind of pushing against them. So one of the most powerful things you can do in conversations like this, if something like this comes up, is just start asking questions. And the more information you collect, the more clarity you get on what's actually going on for this person. What is the real objection in that moment? The more successful you'll be able to be at navigating that conversation and helping somebody through that objection, because you just have more information to work with. So one of the biggest things that you're trying to figure out in these conversations when you ask that question is, if someone's told you it's too expensive, is this an ability to pay issue? In other words, I literally don't have this money. Like I have $100 in my bank account and you're asking for $3,000 for your coaching program. Or is it more of a I don't see the value issue? In other words, I have the money, but I just don't feel like this is worth what you're asking for. And people will tell you it's too expensive when they really mean one of those two things. And the problem is, if you don't know which one of those someone's actually feeling, it's very difficult to navigate that conversation. But if you know, for example, that this person really wants to work with you, they really want to get started, is literally just they don't have the money, that is the actual barrier, then maybe you can offer them a payment plan or work with them around financing to try to figure out a path forward, versus if they don't see the value or they don't feel connected enough to the value, and that's why they're telling you it's too expensive, then offering them a payment plan is not actually going to solve that problem. So when you ask the question, what do you mean? What you're going to do is you're going to get underneath that surface objection of it's too expensive, and someone's going to start opening up a little bit more and sharing with you a little bit more about what's actually going on. And when you have that information, you can respond in a much more skillful way, and the chances that you're going to navigate through that financial objection successfully are a lot higher. So the second tool that you have in your tool belt when someone says it's too expensive is a reframe. And a reframe is helping somebody see things differently. It's shifting their perspective on their situation so that rather than seeing something as a barrier, they can actually start to see this as a reason to move forward or as a reason to actually take action. This is what the most powerful reframes in sales do. They help turn a barrier into a positive situation. So one powerful reframe you can use when someone says it's too expensive is agree with them. Good. You're right. It is very expensive. And if it wasn't that expensive, you wouldn't feel like you had skin in the game when you got started, and you wouldn't actually show up and get results. So the fact that you're feeling that stretchiness is a good thing, because it means when we start working together, you're actually going to show up and you're going to commit fully to this experience, and we're going to be, 100% in the deep end together, and we're going to do what it takes to actually get you to where you want to be. So this is a very powerful reframe, right? Because what it does is it takes that barrier and it helps somebody reframe it as like, oh, actually the fact that it feels stretchy means that it's a good thing. My most successful clients are the ones who pay me the most, because the more that you pay to be a part of an experience, the more stretchy you feel around that investment. The third tool that you have in your tool belt is another reframe. And this is what I call realigning somebody back to cost. The cost of inaction is often far more than the investment of actually working with you. And so oftentimes, like when someone's in that place where they're thinking about making an investment, they're very focused in a very narrow way on like what the price is. Like what am I giving up in order to step into working with you? And one powerful thing that you can do is you can shift their focus to focus more on, well, what's gonna happen if things don't change? If you don't do this, if you keep going down the path that you're on today, this is gonna be a very powerful way to inspire somebody into taking action. The first thing is you have to figure out what the cost of inaction is earlier on in the call. And this is why, in our sales process that we teach every single client that I work with, one of the questions that we ask in the first 20 minutes of sales calls is, well, what happens if things don't change? If you keep going down the path that you're on right now, what's really at stake? And when someone shares those things with you earlier on in the call, you can bring those up at the end of the call. So if someone says it's too expensive, you're right. It is really expensive. And you know what's even more expensive is spending the next 3 years trying to figure this out on your own. And the tens of thousands of dollars that you're gonna miss out on from the clients that didn't hire you because you're stumbling through the process of building your business and not getting any clients. Or if you're a health coach, you could say something like, you're right. It is really expensive. And what's even more expensive is dealing with a lifetime of chronic diabetes because you didn't get your health in order in your 40s and instead ended up overweight and unhappy and miserable in your 60s because you didn't take care of yourself and invest in your own health. What's really expensive is all the medical bills that you're gonna deal with as a result of that are gonna make this investment feel like a drop in the bucket compared to what you're spending down the line on healthcare to manage all your chronic diseases and symptoms. So what we're really doing here is helping somebody shift their focus away from looking at this investment in a vacuum. In other words, here's this investment just completely disconnected from any context, and helping somebody see how this investment is a drop in the bucket compared to the cost of not working with you. Super powerful reframe, super powerful way to help inspire somebody to take action and invest. The fourth tool I want to share with you is another reframe, and I want to give a shout out to Alex Hormozy who shared this with me. I use this quite often and I really like it. And this is the reframe of, you're gonna make this investment either way. And here's kind of what it sounds like. So first, I always recommend agreeing with someone when they say it's too expensive. So you say, yes, you're right, it is really expensive. But the truth is you're actually gonna make this investment either way. You're gonna make it over the next couple years if you don't do this by all the time and money and energy that you waste through trying to figure this out on your own, and all the tens of thousands of dollars that you miss out on from the clients that didn't hire you, or you're gonna invest on the front end into mentorship and guidance to help you bypass all that. So the truth is, let's not talk about this like you're not making this investment. You're either gonna make it over the next couple years and probably 10 times this through the struggle and through all the time and money that you waste, or you're gonna make it now and we're gonna bypass that and get to where you wanna be a lot faster. This is another very powerful reframe. Again, shifting somebody away from thinking about, what am I giving up here, and helping them see something in a broader context and with a different lens. The fifth tool that you have in terms of pricing objections is actually prevention. So rather than dealing with this at the end of a sales call and revealing the price to somebody at that moment, and then having this experience of like, oh, it's too expensive, oftentimes it's just easier to share your pricing up front and to be more transparent about your pricing. Like for example, we have an application on our website, and when you apply to work with me, it says, here's how much the investment is. Is that gonna be okay with you? Yes or no? And so the only people that I actually get on the phone with are people who have said yes to that. So it makes it easier on sales calls because I really don't deal with that many pricing objections. I used to deal with a lot more when I didn't have that on my application. Now, one concern you might have around this, and this has been a concern for me as well, is are you gonna lose leads by doing this? And the answer is probably yes. You are gonna lose some people that may have said no on the front end, but then you get on a sales call with them and you walk them through that whole process and you help them see things differently, and they end up feeling like, wow, yeah, I wanna do this. So that is a downside to this approach. And depending on where you're at in your business and what your lead flow looks like, you might be at the place where this makes sense, or you might not be at the place where this makes sense yet. Generally, I only recommend for coaches to put pricing on their website when you get to the point where your lead flow is high enough, where you're looking for a way to reduce the number of calls that you're taking. In the early days, if you're just getting started as a coach or you don't have a lot of leads, it's better to just get on the phone with everyone. And you're gonna learn a lot about your people by doing that and get better at selling by doing that, and also start to understand more of the objections that people actually have through having those conversations versus trying to just filter everything down and only make sure that people are super qualified who get on the phone with you. That is a good strategy for later on when you're trying to reduce the number of calls that you have on your calendar. But in the early days, probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So just be aware that this is something that's available to you. You can put your pricing on your website. It is an option. I do it. It does work. We still, run a profitable, successful business doing things that way. And that can definitely prevent a lot of the back end issues that you're going to have with people, telling you it's too expensive on sales calls. And finally, the sixth tool that you have for navigating pricing objections, what to say, is another prevention strategy, which is oftentimes you can prevent pricing objections by doing doing better sales calls. And particularly the first 20 minutes of a sales call really set the tone for the entire conversation. The questions that you ask in the first 20 to 25 minutes of that call are going to determine to a large extent how connected somebody feels to the extent of the problem they're experiencing and what's on the other side of that problem and what happens if things don't change and why making this investment is so important to them. And if you can ask the right questions earlier on in your conversation, you're gonna prevent a lot of the back end issues that come up on the end of the calls. This is why a lot of people, when they come to me, they're like, well, what do I say when somebody says it's too expensive? What do I say when someone says I need to think about it? The truth is oftentimes this stuff comes up because you didn't do a good enough job earlier on in the conversation. You didn't ask enough questions or you didn't ask the right questions. These questions, by the way, are a big part of what we teach people inside my coaching program, Coaching Launchpad. Like we literally give you a script. We show you exactly what questions to ask so you're not guessing. Really connecting somebody fully to the answers to those questions is gonna make your job much easier, and it's gonna make it much less likely that you get to the end of a conversation and have to deal with a bunch of resistance around, it's too expensive or something like that. The truth is when somebody really feels connected to the value of a transformation, of how that transformation is gonna impact their life and all the ways their life is gonna change for the better and why doing this is so important to them and why making this change now is so important to them and what happens if they don't make this change, all of those things, they're gonna be much less likely to feel like investing into working with you is too expensive. So hopefully these tools will help you. The next time you get on a sales call, the next time you hear from a potential client, it's too expensive, you'll know what to say. And I also wanna remind you that learning how to sell and learning how to handle objections is one piece of success when it comes to building a profitable coaching business. And if you're looking for a more complete roadmap that you can follow to help you get on track to sign 2, 3, 4 high-paying coaching clients month after month consistently, I definitely recommend that you download my free client attraction guide. It walks through a lot of my best advice. You can get this completely free by clicking the link above or in the description below to go download that right now. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.